שבע, ארבע, שתיים, אחד, כן.
We're now, as you can see, in an MRI room. I don't know when this was used the last time. But it is definitely an MRI machine. And if you follow me behind the MRI machine, I'll show you what our troops exposed just minutes ago. In military terms, this is a grab bag, grab and go of a Hamas combatant. And if you zoom in and we get some light over here, what you will be able to see is military equipment. There is an AK-47, there are cartridges, ammo, there are grenades in here, of course uniform, and all of this was hidden very conveniently, secretly behind the MRI machine. On the other side, we found a backpack with what appears to be very important intelligence, including a laptop, and we'll show you that momentarily. Let's go see the next room. If you can see, follow me. Up here, on top of a spare part of the MRI department, we found another grab bag. It's empty because we emptied it and cleared it so that we could use and see it. So this is where we found it, and here are the contents of the bag. The contents of the bag are full military kit for one Hamas terrorist. A live grenade, ammunition, fighting vest with insignia, boots, and of course uniforms, and last but not least, standard AK-47. Inside the hospital, hidden in a secluded area, take a look at this door here. Blast-proof door, which is part of the clinic and part of the infrastructure of the hospital. Everything else looks like a hospital, only this part doesn't.
الحياة أصبحوا عرضة لأن يفقدوا حياتهم بسبب عدم وجود أجهزة الحياة، أجهزة التنفس الصناعي الخاصة بهم. نحو 29 مريض يعني الأكسجين بالطريقة اليدوية.
The medical teams are taking care of the situation because of the heavy dust. They are suffocating from this dust debris caused by the shell that was fired on the specialties building. So it is a direct targeting of the specialties building. Patients are being evacuated, who were evacuated in the first place from the intensive care to the hallways. It is a very difficult and complicated situation. Patients are being evacuated now away from the dust and smoke that causes the suffocation of injured people.
Hamas, as I said they plan on attacking Israelis again. And this is a terrible dilemma. So what do you do? I think that Israel is also taking risks themselves about their folks being killed and one-to-one going through these hospital rooms, hospital halls. But one thing has been established is that Hamas does have headquarters, weapons, materiel below this hospital, and I suspect others. But how long it's going to last, I don't know. Look, I made it clear to the Israelis that, to Bibi and to his war cabinet, that I think the only ultimate answer here is a two-state solution that's real. We got to get to the point where there is an ability to be able to even talk without worrying about whether or not we're just dealing with, they're dealing with Hamas that's going to engage in the same activities they did over the past on the 7th. So but I can't tell. I'm not a fortune teller. I can't tell you how long it's going to last.
نقل الأسرة من أماكنها الأصلية إلى الممرات.
It's extremely critical situation when the Israeli army have raided Al-Shifa hospital. If we can call this war on Gaza, one can call it the war on hospitals, the war on injured people, the war on sick people, the war on infants, the war on infants who are in incubators. It never happened in anywhere in history that hospitals are targets. What is happening in Gaza is a very obvious, very clear war crime that Israel is committing against those who have been treated in the hospitals. By all means, this is a war crime. We have seen it in Al-Quds Hospital, in Nasser Hospital, in the Red Crescent Hospital, and every hospital in the Gaza Strip has been a target, and the Israeli army has been into these hospitals. We have seen nothing that the Israeli army is claiming. Obviously, there has not been any shooting in the hospital until this minute, and this totally negates the Israeli claims that the hospital is a military headquarters.
Look, Hamas must not, should not use a place like a hospital as a shield for their presence. That is as strong a statement under humanitarian law as is the statement that the hospital should not become a place of a war zone of danger. We find these two issues equally important and equally understandable for both sides.
Israel's military incursion into Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza City is totally unacceptable. Hospitals are not battlegrounds. We're extremely worried for the safety of staff and patients. Protecting them is paramount. WHO has lost contact with health workers at Al-Shifa hospital. But one thing is clear. Under international humanitarian law, health facilities, health workers, ambulances, and patients must be safeguarded and protected against all acts of war. Not only that, they must be actively protected during military planning.